Hello and welcome to SGPN's Daily Dog. I'm your host, Britton Hess. I'm here with my favorite Underdog Fantasy Pick'em plays for Tuesday, April 22nd, 2025. If you're new to Underdog Fantasy, sign up with promo code DailyDog. That's DAILYDOG at UnderdogFantasy.com or in the Underdog Fantasy app to get a 50% deposit match bonus worth up to $1,000. Again, that is promo code DailyDog, DAILYDOG. That's just one word on UnderdogFantasy.com or in the Underdog Fantasy app for a promo of up to $1,000 if you deposit for the first time. All right, yesterday I drifted away from my microphone. Hopefully the audio came in okay, but I was a little bit far back, so I got it really about 3 inches away from my face right now. If you're on YouTube, you can see it's kind of right there. But long story short, yesterday we hit an NBA entry, we hit an NHL entry, got close to sweeping a couple of sports, but we did not get it done. Another big day today, though. NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, man, how awesome were all those hockey games, all one-goal games. NBA games were tight. They were awesome. Happy to see my Detroit Pistons get the win. If you are new to Underdog, sign up for promo code DailyDog, DAILYDOG, get that 50% deposit match bonus, and use those bonus funds on the entries that I'm going to give out right now on today's show. Let's start out with MLB. You know, baseball season, I love starting out with MLB because those games start the earliest, and also there's the biggest menus, and I like to dive deep. I'm starting out with MLB entry number 1, Luisangel Acuna, higher than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs against the Phillies. He is a young stud. I think he's only 23 years old for the Mets. He's batting late in the order every day. I think they need to find a way. If he hits like he's been hitting, he's batting about 293, almost 300 right now. But if he can run the bases, he can field. I don't know. I theory craft how they could rearrange their order to get him higher up in it. But the problem is I don't think he has the power yet. Maybe it will come. But I mean, I would love to see him, move into, he's a righty, so it makes it complicated. But move him into, Brandon Nimmo's spot or something, because obviously you're not going to move Soto from 2. You're not going to move Frankie Lindor from the leadoff. Pete Alonso is going to be batting 3 or 4 every day, and then Nimmo is switching with him a lot of times. And I think Nimmo is okay, but not that great. I just think Luisangel Acuna is a good base runner. He's fast, and again, he makes good contact. Young player, long road ahead of him before he does get to that top of that order. But again, I'm just like the theory craft out here. Some of these players I enjoy watching. So I'm taking Luisangel Acuna higher than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. As I said, he's probably going to be batting 8 or 9. He's going against a lefty, Christopher Sanchez. He gets on base, and then he can get driven in by one of those dudes at the top of the order, or someone in front of him gets on. He can drive someone in. Just a really good player, good young player for the Mets there. Their offense is not consistent. They're relying too much on the home run, which is also why I think that he needs to get more at-bats. But Luisangel Acuna, higher than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. And then James Wood for the Nationals, higher than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs against Dean Kramer and the Orioles. Kramer is not a very good pitcher in my estimation. I think that James Wood is a very exciting young player. Obviously, he's awesome last year. Starting out this year as well, very good. I can't believe we're getting a flat multiplier here against Dean Kramer, especially with good hitting conditions happening at the ballpark there in Washington. 3.42x because you're getting an enhanced multiplier with Luisangel Acuna, and you're getting a flat multiplier with James Wood. Just seems like a steal of a deal. So give me Luisangel Acuna higher than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. James Wood higher than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. 3.42x multiplier. MLB entry number 2, we're not getting off the beaten path. We're taking some studs right here. We're taking Fernando Tatis higher than 1.5 total bases. Total bases can be a tough one. Jack Flaherty on the bump, but I like it here. I don't want to pick 2.5. I don't want to have a really reduced 1.5. I think that he can hit a double or he can get a couple hits, especially after he had some frustrating at-bats yesterday. Tatis is a guy that usually bounces back. I think he's going to get a double in this one, or he's going to at least get 2 singles, or he might even hit a home run. Give me Fernando Tatis higher than 1.5 total bases. Then we got Corbin Carroll of the Diamondbacks. He's had one of the better starts to the year of anybody in MLB right now. He's had a couple off games for sure, but everyone who hasn't. I'm taking Corbin Carroll higher than 1.5 total bases as well. The dude has got speed for those doubles. He can leg them out. He's also got the contact for the singles. He's also got the power for the home run. So lots of ways, just like Fernando Tatis, get higher than 1.5 total bases. It's a 3x multiplier. Both these guys get 2 total bags. All right, let's get right into the NBA, the National Basketball Association. Damian Lillard is back for the Bucks. Deep vein thrombosis, no problem. He's back after missing some weeks. It was Giannis Antetokounmpo and the 7 Dwarfs in game 1. He had 36 points and the team scored 94. Now he's got, the elite shooter, Damian Lillard, out on the floor with him. I think Lillard's going to have 18 or more points. I don't think he's rushing back to come in and play 20 minutes of playoff game. It's now or never. If his health is ready, he's going to be ready. And he's also a clutch shooter. He can hit the 3-pointers and get make a dent into this number very quickly if he starts hot from the floor, especially out from that arc. Then Auston Reaves higher than 18.5 points. We saw Luka Doncic have the massive game in game 1 for the Lakers against the T-Wolves, but that didn't work. They lost that game. They got beat pretty badly at home there. Reaves needs to carry more of the offensive load here. I think Luka can't just try to do it all himself. I think Reaves higher than 18.5 points is a good pick here with Damian Lillard higher than 17.5 points, 2.82x multiplier. NBA entry number 2, Giannis Antetokounmpo higher than 31.5 points. It's kind of crazy to put him and Damian Lillard both higher than, but these are the dudes. If they score 100 points in this game, would you really be surprised if 55 of them came from these two players? Not at all. So give me Giannis Antetokounmpo higher than 31.5 points. You should have some more space out there with Damian Lillard with that as a threat on the perimeter. And then Isaiah Hartenstein of the OKC Thunder higher than 9.5 rebounds against the big men of the Memphis Grizzlies. I think Hartenstein is out there for one reason. He's out there to get boards and make easy shots. Let's get the easy boards here and easy shots. The shots are just the putbacks. Let's get the putbacks so we can get the board credit there. So Giannis Antetokounmpo higher than 31.5 points. Isaiah Hartenstein higher than 9.5 rebounds, 3x multiplier. Let's go to the National Hockey League. Auston Matthews higher than 0.5 assists as the Maple Leafs host the Senators. Auston Matthews obviously doesn't need any introduction. One of the best players in the NHL. I think that this is a good series for the Maple Leafs against the Sens. I think the Sens are a little trouble here. I think Auston Matthews is going to continue getting helpers like he usually does here in Game 2 of the series. Then Jack Eichel higher than 0.5 points. A little conservative, but Jack Eichel is the engine that makes this VGK offense go. He can score, he can shoot, or he can score, he can pass. Obviously, he can shoot, but he can score, he can pass. So I'm just going to take 0.5 points. A little conservative, 2.31x multiplier with Auston Matthews higher than half an assist and Jack Eichel higher than 0.5 points. But hey, it's not about the biggest number. It's about making a profit. All right. NHL number 2, Frederik Andersen higher than 1.5 goals against. I think the Hurricanes win this game, but I think there's going to be some fight out of the Devils. I think we saw a lot of teams that were kind of back against the wall, show some fight in Game 2 of their series. I think that Frederik Andersen's going to allow 2 goals here. I think he's a good goalie. I think the Devils are nowhere near as good as the Hurricanes, especially on that road barn there. But I do think Anderson's going to allow 2 or more goals in this game. Then Sam Reinhart of Florida against Tampa Bay, higher than 0.5 points for the Panthers, leading point man. Sam Reinhart is a 2.03x multiplier. Again, very conservative. Again, I'm not out here trying to tell you that that life is going to be easy and we're going to hit 9x's with 2 pick entries all the time. We're going to try to build some bankroll on some of these easier ones, lower or higher probability. I shouldn't say easier, but higher probability. Frederik Andersen higher than 1.5 goals against. Sam Reinhart higher than 0.5 points, 2.03x multiplier. Let's get to the pitchers' entries. I didn't do them yesterday. Not as many options yesterday, so I didn't do it. But today I like a lot. Nick Martinez of the Reds plus Edward Cabrera of the Marlins higher than 0.5 first inning runs allowed. The offense for the Reds yesterday was absolutely terrible. Edward Cabrera, not a bad pitcher by any means. Nick Martinez, not necessarily a good starter, if you ask me. I think he should be coming in relief like he used to in San Diego, but it is what it is. I think both these guys can give up runs early, so higher than 0.5 first inning runs allowed for Nick Martinez plus Edward Cabrera. Then Dean Kramer plus Mitchell Parker, higher than 0.5 first inning runs allowed. Kramer is going to get beat up early in this one. Parker could get beat up early. I think he might be okay for 4 or 5 innings, but I think Kramer is going to be on watch from the beginning, higher than 0.5 first inning runs allowed in that one between Kramer and Parker, 3.12x multiplier. Pitchers number 2, Zach Littell plus Brandon Pfaadt, higher than 0.5 first inning runs allowed. Littell is not that bad of a pitcher, but the problem is who he's going up against. Corbin, Carroll, Naylor's on fire. Just there's Pavin Smith. There's a lot of guys. Why did I mention Pavin Smith? That doesn't matter. But there's a lot of guys who can do some damage against Littell. And then Brandon Pfaadt pitching for the D-backs. I just don't think he's very good. I think that this bad offense for the Rays could look good against this guy, higher than 0.5 first inning runs allowed. Then Dustin May versus Shota Imanaga, lower than 0.5 first inning runs allowed. These teams faced each other in Tokyo earlier this year. Dustin May off to a hot start. Shota Imanaga hot start. I don't think that anyone's scoring in the first inning in this one. 3.12x multiplier on that pitcher combo. Lotto entry number 1. Damian Lillard higher than 3.5 3-pointers made. Let's go. Get hot, stay hot. Let's go, Dame Lillard. Nikita Kucherov higher than 0.5 goals. Shohei Ohtani higher than 0.5 stolen bases. Big lotto here, 44.84x, but I recommend flexing it. Flex it 22.42x/5.62x if it goes 2 out of 3. Dong squad. You know that I love the Dong squad. Brent Rooker, higher than 0.5 home runs against lefty Patrick Corbin. Gimme Brent Rooker. Jordan Alvarez has 5 home runs against Bassett in his career. Let's keep it up. Jordan Alvarez higher than 0.5 home runs. And then last one, the longer shot, Tim Tawa, higher than 0.5 home runs against Littell and the Rays. Tim Tawa, high-end prospect, back of the order for the Diamondbacks here. He juices this thing up for a 65.14x multiplier, or flex it. I recommend flexing it. If it goes 3 for 3, 32.57x, or 6.54x if it goes 2 out of 3. All right, that's all I got for you today. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Rate, review, subscribe. Good luck on your bets, and let's make some money.